Hi everyone! I would like to share a journal with you. This one got really rather big. This is a custom order for an 8 or 9-year-old girl. I think that's her age. And she came to one of my market stalls with her mother and was really interested and fascinated by the journals that I had on sale there, and she asked for one of them for Christmas, but then couldn't really decide which one she wanted. And I said I could make something especially for her, so she kind of told me a few of things that she liked on the various journals, and I basically just combined them into one. So the turquoise was a request, as that's a favorite color. So I found an old book that I had in my stash that I picked up somewhere for turning into a journal, and it's roughly 5 inches wide and 7 3/4 inches tall. I decorated the spine with some fabric. This was actually one of the journals I had at the market had a spine like this, and I think she rather liked that one, so I kind of repeated that. The spine is just under 1.5 inches, and I stitched some buttons onto the spine while I stitched in the signatures. There are 3 signatures. Golden book corners, and what I'm really happy about is the closure that I made. I found these diary locks. I don't know if the camera can. Yes, no, it's focusing. These are little clasps that I took off an old diary that I had lying around forever and never really used. And if you can see that here, I don't know, the camera can pick that up. Focus. Focus. Come on. Oh, I think you can see it. There are some holes there. I used pliers to... Oh, you can actually see it better on the black side. Sorry about that. These clasps have little teeth on them, and you open them with pliers wide enough so that they can fit over the cover, and you just kind of hammer them in, and those little teeth bite into the chipboard, into the book board, and that's how they can hold. So I have a red lock on here that comes with tiny little keys, and I'm gonna open that up so you can see what's inside. One of the journals that I had at the market had a little chain with just some journal clips to hold it close because it was rather bulky. And when I asked the girl about what she would like in the journal and how she would want it to close, and I had some others with elastics too, and I asked her if she wants like a little chain or something with an elastic, and she said she wanted the chain thing. That might also have been because I had some charms dangling from the chain, and maybe she just liked those charms. But with the lock, I kind of didn't think it was like useful, or the charms would just get in the way, so I couldn't put any charms onto that chain. But maybe I'll just give her some little extra charms as well. So, on the front cover, I have a big pocket that has some, like a little, what do you call it, a gusset or something. so that it can be filled with stuff. I have a little paper bag in here. There are some speech bubbles in there that I die cut. There's just a kind of a little die set with some various speech bubbles in different shapes and sizes, and I cut some of those so she can maybe share them with her friends and they can exchange little messages or something. And this is basically modeled on some of the other journals that I made and that I shared on here already. She asked that there be lots of butterflies in this, so I tried to find as many butterfly like magazine pages and calendar pages, and I cut some vellum butterflies to actually make some butterfly shaped pages, and I picked up a little bit of the turquoise as much as I could. But other than that, it's really just a journal as I usually make them, with lots of various papers for writing and drawing, some fabric tabs and flowers. There's some butterfly paper. There's another butterfly, this little old notepad with the mouse running down the stairs. More butterfly gift wrapping paper. Some of the pages still curl a little bit because a lot of the paper was actually from rolls of like gift wrapping paper rolls. There's some pockets, and there's something I think in every pocket, just some leftover bits that I usually just stitch together. But then I also stamped some images for her to color in and cut out. The mini postcards and the picture frames. You can use those maybe to write something in them or find a little picture that she wants to stick in the middle. I have lots of flower images. Here's a little card. I cut that out of a calendar, and I cut the door so that it opens. You can hide something behind that, and I glued it only around like up till there so that you can actually tuck a little something into that without it getting lost all the way on the other side. And then I stamped some month names, so she can cut these out and kind of create a little calendar of her own or something like that. I stamped almost everything twice, so she has some to spare. There's an envelope in the middle of the signature, and there are some butterfly stickers. These were actually like long strips like that. I had to cut them apart because they wouldn't fit otherwise. This is a coloring sticker with like these mandala things and some more labels and or frames. There's some more. There's the rest of the months and some more labels or frames and some Christmas baubles to cut out. These are all from a Dilution stamp set. That's from the journal Creative Diary stamp set, and the baubles are from one of the older Christmas sets. The mini postcard there. A little tuck spot with some more frames or labels and a postcard with some swans. There's butterfly wings. She can color that with like permanent markers. They work well. These ticket strips are perforated, so they can be torn and used as tickets. I'm going to include a little personal note to her, kind of explaining a few of the things that I did. I mean, I guess she can use it however she wants, and I wouldn't want her to kind of feel like she's doing something wrong, or she's supposed to be doing something specific with something that I put in there, or do something specific with it. It's really just for her to use as she wants. And I think children, especially of that age, if they have like this sort of creative sense, and everyone has creativity in some way. There's an acetate butterfly and a little pocket that has another door. I had several children at the last market that I went to. There were lots of children around that age, like between 8 and 11 or 12 years old, who were very interested and wanted to flick through all of the journals, and also apparently seemed to know exactly what they would like to do with them. And they seem to have very clear vision what that was for, and that is just great, because I think some of the adults that sometimes look at my books, they're like, what do you do with this and how do you use that? And kids sometimes seem to be a little more open to that, and they just know instinctively what to do with it. So I was very, very glad that this girl's mother was open to that and said she can have one, because there are some other parents that say like, that's not for children, you would just ruin that, and that sometimes just makes me really sad, and sometimes I have to keep myself from snorting at those parents, because it is totally something for children. And I get that they probably don't want to spend the money on it. I get that, because with kids you also can never know, like, is that just a spontaneous, ooh, that's cool, I want to have that, or is that something that they would really get into and would really make the most of? So I get that they probably don't want to spend the money just like that. But with that girl, it was very clear that she was very into that and absolutely knew what she was going to do with it. And I'm very sure that this is not just going to disappear in one of her shelves and get lost or ruined or something. Lots of room to color, like these can be colored in, lots of room to write and keep secrets. There's some more dilution stamps. And if she doesn't like them, she can also just, give them to someone else or throw them out. I don't mind. There's some Christmassy images. She's gonna get it for Christmas, so that might be a little bit late, but she can still do some winter crafting with this. Put that in later. Here's a page. With this I did something funny. I actually took the whole length of the gift wrapping paper roll and folded it accordion style several ways, and all of the folds are perforated so they can be taken out. I have put a little post-it here that explains this. So she can actually take these sheets and, use them for something else if she wants to. That was an old notepad too. That was the shape of a grand piano. Thought that was very funny. I have no idea where that was from. I would have added even more stuff into the pockets, but I was afraid it was gonna get a little bit full. Like, it is very full already, and there's some little stickers. They came with an old, like a pocket calendar. So I include those. You can, you know, use those to record everything she wants. There's some little tags and some more butterfly stickers. Some more stamped paper dolls. And there's another postcard and a tuck spot. You know, she can use these to either keep notes on, use them as journaling cards, or actually send them out to friends or, you know, grandparents. I left the back as it was because the end papers of this book, they were nice and sturdy, nothing peeled off. This was not really an old book, it was quite new, I think, but I like the linen. It's like a fabric linen cover, and it's nice to touch, but nothing of this came off. Like some of the old books, the end papers actually kind of peel off because the glue just doesn't stick anymore. But with this, I just left it, and you know, she can even write something on there. She can have all her friends sign it and write little messages or notes, so I just kept that white. Okay, so that was it. I really hope she likes it, and at the same time I really hope all of her friends don't want one. I mean, I wouldn't mind, but that would get a little bit much. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you have a very nice, you know, run up to Christmas. I know I'm getting very Christmassy at the moment. It is snowing, and there are a few inches of snow down already, which is nice because it's been very cold and gray and damp and wet recently, so the snow makes a nice change. And I hope to see you all again soon. Have a nice day. Bye.